Wow, what would the Flying Dutchman say to the young Mark? You're not all you think you are. I was the untouchable rich kid. I had this family that was well off. I lived in landed property, big house, and I would tell myself that all that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who you are is more important than what you have, which is why now, you know, I live in my HDB flat and I'm happy. It's who you are, not what you have. That's the lesson I would try and teach the younger Mark, something he didn't know. Yeah, I went to St. Michael's Primary School. I was this tiny little skinny kid. I was not a good child, no matter how you look at it. It's only when I left school that I started to understand the importance of discipline. My first job was, I don't know whether you still have them in offices now, I was an office boy. I would come in, clean the office in the morning, make coffee for everyone, go down, get the mail, deliver letters, whatever. That was my first job. Okay, my life is interesting. There was a part of my life, I mean, you look at me now and you would never say this. There was a part of my life where I used to model. I would also host fashion shows. And that was where I was discovered. I owe my career to a few people. The great Paul Chung for one, Mr. Eric Lim for the other, for giving me the break. Paul was hearing me do this fashion show commentary, and he said, your voice should be on radio. So he took me to Rediffusion. First of all, let me explain what Rediffusion is. It was cable radio. It was this little box that had a cable. On one side, you had one switch, which was English, Chinese, and the other side was volume. I went through all of 2 weeks training, and I went on air. And it was during that shift that I went, no, this is what I'm going to do. And that was in the early 80s. So if you stop to do the count, I've been doing this for 44 years. I do not have one single photograph of the years I spent at Rediffusion. Not one. So if any of you watching this have a picture of me from my Rediffusion days, can you send a copy to the Straits Times so they can give it to me, please? Because I have none. I think what's kept me going is I don't come to work. I think that's the secret. You know, I come to play. And sometimes that play gets me in trouble, but you know, end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think I will ever be ready to give up radio. I joke about it, but I've always said, I want to die on shift. Because can you imagine it? Front page Straits Times, Flying Dutchman dies on air. That's the way to go.